Hello gamers, this is Papa Brad. Today I have a neat video. We're going to be talking about the Atari Flashback Gold. This is an Atari emulation console sent to me for the purpose of review from AtGames. Comes with 130 including games, including some great Activision titles. We're going to do a lot with this console. First thing we're going to do is we're going to unbox it. We're going to see what comes in the box. Then we're going to play the stock and included games. Give you some of my thoughts. Comes with some great games, including some Activision classics. 130 games included. Then we're going to mod this mug. We're going to take it to the next level and add over 1,000 games to it. And we're taking another look at it. Then I'm going to wrap it all up with a final review. What are my thoughts of the Atari Flashback Gold from AtGames? It's going to be awesome. Let's get it started. We're going to start off by going to the Arcade Talk show and unboxing the unit. Seeing what I think of the form factor. Let's check it out. I can unbox it here. I can unbox it. I'm just not going to play it or anything.
No. Yeah, just unbox it. I kind of want to see the quality of the paddles and the
joystick. Let's check it out. Okay, let me make myself... let me put the boxing camera on. Here we go. Whoop. Okay, can you see it, T. McCloskey?
Sure can. Looks nice.
Okay, so here we have the Atari Flashback Gold. 130 built-in games. Look at that. Let's see what this thing looks like.
No, don't stab me, man.
Let's check it out, man. Let's check it out. Okay. Let's look at the back of the box too. Here's the back of the box. Got a cool picture with all the games
it comes with. They look like in the packaging. Cart.
Oh, this packed nice. It's packed really nice. Look at this. That's pretty nice. Look at that. Now you said you found a pretty good deal on this. This is on the AtGames website, huh? Where you can the store.
Yeah, it's $80. It's only $80.
$80. Look at this thing, man. Look at this thing. T. McCloskey. Look at that.
It's not as big as I thought it was going to be.
Look at it.
It looks so big until your hands came into the screen.
Look at that thing, man. Look at that little tiny, huh?
I thought it was big until your hands came into the screen. It's like, wait a second.
Look at that. That looks pretty good.
Look how small that thing is. It's so funny, man, because it looked like it was huge.
I know. It looks like it's huge, but it's not. It plays 130 games in that thing.
I was like, wow, look at it. It looks like full size. And then your hands came in. It's like, what? Wait. It's smaller than I thought.
To give you an idea, this is an Atari cartridge. There's Kaboom.
Dang, put it the other way. Put it sideways. Look at that.
Look at that. It's just a little bit. It's like what?
It's just a little
a quarter size bigger than a cartridge. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is neat.
So there's Kaboom.
Cool thing
the thing is, this thing is really cool, T. McCloskey. I'm telling you, there's a way you can mod this thing, and you would not believe the amount of Atari games you can play on it. It's absolutely insane.
So is that a display screen there in the middle instead of where the cartridges go? Looks like there's a screen.
That must be like a sensor. Then it's got look. I don't know what that is. That's kind of cool. There's the controllers. The controllers. It has two Atari controller ports in the back.
Got the ports, the Atari ports.
Got the Atari ports, so you can use real Atari. You can use real Atari controllers with this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Real Atari controllers.
Yep.
You know?
Wow, that's pretty cool. They did that.
The switches. The switches actually all work.
Gold. You got gold switches. That's cool.
Gold switches. I'm gonna have a full review of this on my channel. I didn't even take some time because I'm actually going to mod it a little bit because I've heard about how awesome this is. Carlo said you got to check this out, so I'm going to check it out, and I can't wait. AtGames sent me this for a review to check it out. I can't wait to see what all it can do. Here's the paddles. Comes with a set of paddles and two joysticks. How much was it on the AtGames store? You said it was like
$80.
$80.
$80. Yep.
$79.99. It's almost worth it for the
hardware. How's that feel?
Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. I'll have to compare it to my real Atari paddles that I just got from Atari, but it feels pretty good, actually.
They look exactly like the old
It's
one.
the same size as the mini NES or Super Nintendo Entertainment System, so it's a mini.
Yep. It's mini.
But I'm telling you, T. McCloskey, when you see what a beast this thing can be, when you hack it, it's unreal.
Thousands of games, right? Once you hack it,
Pretty much the whole library.
yeah,
Comes
$80.
with a not as stiff. Yeah, I can tell you right now, it's a massive Atari player. The joysticks, but I might like that on some games. It's not as stiff though.
It's not as stiff as originals.
No, but
Okay.
it's probably that doesn't mean it's bad. I have to play, but it's a CX40 style.
It looks
right.
nice.
We all know this joystick. This
Yep.
is very familiar.
Yep. Even had the rubber.
It's definitely very light action. Like you could tell, this would probably play pretty good. Now this one here, this is the player 2 button, the player 2 Atari stick, and then the cool thing is, T. McCloskey, this is the cheater's paradise.
Uh-oh.
You can actually be playing an Atari game that has a rewind button you can hit.
What?
It's like, oops, I missed that jump. You can just hit a button. It has a rewind, so it can do game save states. You can rewind, and look at this. All the controls are on the joystick, so like you can go in and out of the games and stuff.
Well, that's pretty cool.
They're wired, but it gives you some. There's some improvements, right, that you don't normally get, because Atari was made where you had to have the console by you to operate the controls.
Yep.
So this special joystick they came up with, it puts the controls right by you.
That's kind of nice. That's nice. That's nice.
Button feels good. Someone asked me how the button feels.
Is that rubber?
They literally have a build you can get that has the entire Atari library with box art, everything. So I'm gonna be doing a full review of this thing. And so you get 2 paddles, 2 joysticks, HDMI cable, right?
Nice.
Let's see if we got more goodies. There's the power brick.
Got the power brick there.
Included power brick.
So it comes with everything you need.
Everything you need, man. Your 130 Atari games. But anyway, pretty cool. You can take me off full screen, but I will be doing a review. I got all the stuff. I just need the time to do the mod. But huge thank you to AtGames. I can't wait to really put this thing through its paces. This is an easy side load. Yeah, I'm gonna put out a video where I'm gonna show what you can do with this mug. It's pretty neat. If you like Atari, or if you just want to get one little tiny thing that's Atari. I put together a little quick video of it sitting with my consoles, so you can see what this Flashback 12 Gold looks like. So let me play that real quick, and then we're just going to jump into it. We're going to check out some games. I'm going to give you my impressions of them. I haven't played this before. This is my first time kind of messing with it. So let's see. Let's take a look at the video and see what it looks like. Yeah, I actually like the wired joysticks as well. So let's take a look at this. Let me switch my cameras where we can see the screen. The joystick here has some buttons on it where you can do like the start and the reset, all from the joystick. But let's check this out. So let's go to the games. Here's the games list. Taking a look at the games list on the Atari Flashback Gold, we got 3D Tic-Tac-Toe, Adventure, Adventure 2, Air Sea Battle, Aqua Venture, Asteroids, Asteroids Deluxe, Atari Climber, Backgammon, Brainstorming. Oh, you got to go down to the bottom here to go through your menu. Okay, so you go to the bottom here. This is the user interface. Basketball, it's Beam Writer. And then we start with some Activision games. I'm not going to call them all out. We got boxing, Burger Time, which is the M Network game, Burning Rubber. That's sometimes they call that Bump and Jump. That's an arcade port. You got Centipede. That's one of the great Atari carts, one of my favorites. Chopper Command. Circus Atari Combat, of course. Who doesn't remember Combat? It was a pack-in game with Atari 2600. You got some deeper cuts. You got Combat, Crackpots, Crystal Castles, the 2600 version, Decathlon, Demon Attack. So there's kind of a mix of different companies. We see some Activision. We see some Magic titles. We have Demons of Diamonds, Desert Falcon, Dolphin, Double Dunk, Dragonfire, Dragster, Enduro. That's a good game. Fatal Run, Fishing Derby, Freeway, Frog Pond, Frontline. You got a Coleco game. That's kind of cool. Frostbite. That's a good game. And my favorite Atari game of all time, Hero, is on. That's what I'm going to use to play test this unit because I'm so familiar with it. We got Haunted House, Ice Hockey, Indy 500, Kaboom, Keystone Capers, Mega Mania, Lock and Chase, Maze Craze, Millipede Missile Command. You can search alphabetical by just the Atari games or just the paddle games. You can search. You got Mega Mania, which is a great game. You got Millipede. So we got some pretty good games on here. Let's see. You got Night Driver, Oink, Outlaw, Pitfall, and Pitfall 2. Hero is definitely going to be one of my favorite games. We got Plaque Attack. So right now you got a pretty big list of Activision titles, which is great because Activision has some of the best Atari games. And you're just getting a ton of them in here. You're getting some of the hard to find ones. Pressure Cookers in here. Private Eye. You got all the real sports games. All the different sports games that were real sports games are in here. Got River Raid. That's the top pick for Atari. Of course, this all streams through HDMI. That's how I'm capturing this. So this is the HDMI out. So this is easy to hook up to any TV. It's just a little bit bigger than an Atari card, too. It's very small. I've never played River Raid 2, so they got some games I've never even seen. You've got some Homebrew, Saboteur, Save Mary, Secret Quest. Not familiar with that one. Slot Racers, Solaris, Space Invaders. Now I did do some research. This is not the 2600 Space Invaders. It looks like it might be the home computer version from what it looks like. You got Spider Fighter, Stampede, Star Master. So if you're an Activision fan, this has a great Activision lineup. Some more titles. You got Super Breakout is a standout title on this page. You got the Sword Quest games. Tempest, which is not much to write home about for the 2600, but it's in here. Video Pinball, Warlords, Yar's Revenge, which is another top pick for Atari games, and you even have Yar's Return. So you got a pretty nice list. So you were asking me about the interface. Interface is pretty simple. Kind of reminds me of Netflix with the icons. You can go to the side here. You can do alphabetical. You can do just Atari games. You can do just paddle games. Let's look at the settings, see what you can do. It has this music that plays, which I turned off. There's what the music sounds like. I had the music on for that short video, but I don't really want the music on. You can choose to have different backgrounds if you want. You can have different bezels. So they have a couple different bezels you can choose from. I prefer just to keep it black, but you can have, maybe we'll switch a bezel on after I play a game. Let's start with Hero, because that's a good game. Let's check that one out first. Hero, okay. Let's start it up. Just press the red button. Everything's on the controller here. Okay. Okay. course, the goal of this game is you want to get down and rescue your friends from the mine. You're a guy with a helicopter pack on. You can use these bombs. Joystick feels pretty good. You can use original Atari joysticks on this. This one is not as stiff as a real Atari joystick, but definitely for an this included joystick is pretty sweet. It does work well. Drop a bomb, some dynamite. Whoa, whoa. Okay. This looks really good in HDMI. The HDMI out of this unit is very clean. Haven't ran into any sound discrepancies. Easy to learn, hard to master. This is a great Activision title. Sneak by that snake. The snake wanted me, but he didn't get me. He wanted me. He got his hands on me. Why do I have a feel this is a trap? Because it is. Okay. So it wants me to go this way. Whoa, I wasted a bomb. This is awesome. Oh my goodness, there's a snake there. Can I get him? I'm just a good guy. This game's playing really good. Drop your bomb. This is one of the Grail cartridges for Atari H.E.R.O. And I would almost say it's worth buying just for this one game because I love this game so much. But shout out to Rich Odello. He sent me my Hero cart. I searched forever for that cart for my collection. I do collect real Atari cards. So I will give some feedback about how this compares to original Atari and how it compares to the reissues. So I've done reviews on the 7800 Plus and the 2600 Plus. You can tell my gameplay is not off. So as far as being able to play the games are working good. The controls are working good. So I would have been dead long before this if the controls weren't good. It's a tough game. Oh, I blew myself up. And we got guest plays here. Yep, the 7800 is much better. 2600. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's see here. Oh my goodness, I blew myself up. I wasn't paying attention. I don't even know where to go. Okay, I gotta do that to see where to go. Okay. Can I go down another one? Nope. Can I? I don't know where to go. No. I'm gonna go back up. Ooh, it's tricky. Ah! Wow. No. Fly up. Oh, you gotta hold up. Okay. This is crazy. I don't have any bombs. So what do I gotta do? I gotta go back up. Gotta try a different path. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna run out of time. How can I get down? I don't know what to do. I don't think I have a way out. Level 6. 23,190. There's a game of H.E.R.O. Hey, what's up? Video Game Vegas here. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're checking out some games on the Atari Flashback. First game we checked out, this is the Atari Flashback 12 Gold. First game we checked out was H.E.R.O. Played really good. You can save your game. You can resume your game. Has a scanline filter. Let's see what that looks like real quick. Just play a little bit with that and see what it looks like. And get out of this. Oh, you got to go resume game again. There it is with the scan lines turned on. I'm not going to play a full game. Let's play a little bit so we can see a little bit of an action with scan lines. Scan lines look really good. Easy, hard. So it has like a visual display whenever you work the switches. You can actually hit the reset button on the console, or you can use the special joystick that has it built in. It's always one of my favorite 2600 games. This was a really good port. I think I like the home version even more than the arcade version. It's so fun to play. Yeah, this was one of the best Atari games. I remember it just blew me away when it came out. So good. It's so hard to believe how much it's like the arcade game. Of course, the arcade game, you have the awesome trackball. This one, pretty amazing what they could accomplish, though. Just gonna play around in Missile Command. See, emulation feels really good. Picture quality is fantastic too. Joystick isn't as stiff as the real Atari joystick, but you can plug in the real Atari joystick and do work with this. Which is another good thing about it. This is just going to be a gameplay video with the stock games. Then we're going to mod this mug, and we're going to show you a whole other world of possibilities. But we're going to start by just exploring. How does it come out of the box? How good is it? Just with the 130 is a lot of games. 130 included Atari games. And most of the Activision library, which is pretty amazing. And if you know anything about Atari, you know that Activision titles are some of the best games. So you get a lot of the heavy hitters from Activision, which made me want to test this out. I haven't even lost a city yet. Man, Goofy Foot, there have been a lot of renditions of Atari. I mean, for a lot of people, it wasn't for me, but for a lot of people, it was their first video game system. I do collect Atari stuff, so it's fun to check out this flashback and see how it's going to stand up to the. I have real hardware. I have all the new versions of Atari. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good. I lost the city. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Yep. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Here comes the UFO. Oh, get him! Wow, it's getting real now. I'm out of bullets. Just gotta wait. Then there was one. Oh my goodness. Doesn't matter, does it? Oh, no. Oh no. Oh man. Game over. Game over, man. Video Game Vegas says his first console was a generic Pong machine. My first console was an Odyssey 2. Oh man, I got it. I got an extra life? Are you kidding me? Got a city. That didn't last long. We're just checking out the games. Protecting nothing. Protecting a bunch of blown up cities. 10,645. There you go. Missile Command plays brilliantly. Crab aliens. Oh, these ones split up. Whoa! Oh, look at that. Look at that. I mean, this was definitely magic for Atari game to be doing this. Nighttime. This was amazing at the time. I mean, it's hard to believe how cool they made this game. Kind of reminds me of Q*bert a little bit. Here's the polar bear. Now I got a polar bear to deal with as well. But I didn't have enough problems. I got the polar bear as well. He'd love to eat me as a snack. There we go. Ooh, run out of air. Get up there, get up. Oh, I drowned. Oh, come on. Yep, playing good. No ducking. Flies high. Wonder him. This goes for a swim. Look at that. I think I can do better. I'm so used to playing it with the regular Atari joystick. When it is a lighter action, it's throwing me off my head a little bit. But it is a hard game. There we go. And we're going to see that this is not the Atari 2600 Space Invaders, but it is a version of Space Invaders that is packed in on this Atari Flashback. Of course, we want the real, or at least emulated of the real 2600 Space Invaders. And we will figure out a way to do that, I am sure. But let's do this one time. Let's take out one row of Space Invaders just for fun. And we'll move on to the next game. The scan lines do look really good in general. I mean, we got a single UFO. Not hit a single UFO. Love Space Invaders. This was the arcade Space Invaders was the first arcade game I ever played. At a Kmart. At a Kmart. What retro is that? Which doesn't even exist anymore. Come on. Why is he not? He should be going fast. This is like Space Invaders for beginners. What's up with that? He should have picked up speed. Well, there's the Space Invaders that they include. It's cool that they included Space Invaders, but this is not the Space Invaders that I would want. Let's go back. This is not the Space Invaders you're looking for. That's right, Ojib. That was not the Space Invaders we were looking for. Which I should be able to do now. I don't have anything to keep me from doing it. There he is. Let me try one game with the paddle. Let me try Kaboom. We're gonna play a round of Kaboom. Let's see what Kaboom's like. It's one of those games that starts off easy and you're like, oh, I got this. This is nothing. And before you know it, it gets insane. Kind of ropes you in to thinking it's not going to be too hard, but whoa, it's getting fast now. Okay. Oof. Okay. Okay, and there you go. There was a round of Kaboom. Let me turn the unit off and turn it back on so you can see what it looks like when it boots up. It's booting up. And let me go full screen here. That was Atari Flashback Gold, 130 games, 80 bucks at AtGames. We'll be doing a mod on this. We're going to add a ton of games to it. But stock-wise, I'd say a lot of good games in here. I really like the Activision games they got included. That's a huge benefit. And look forward to more content on the Flashback. Next, we're going to mod the console. I have everything you need in the description of this video right here. Just look down in the description. There's links to all the files you need to do this mod. It's an amazing mod. You're basically going to end up first flashing the firmware to a new firmware, and then you're going to replace all the games in it with a custom list of games. You also need a on-the-go OTG dongle cable, which is easily available. I got mine from Amazon. I can put a link in the description of this video. Let me show how it works. Okay, this on-the-go cable is pretty simple. One connector goes to the power. And then you plug the power in from the unit into there. And it just creates a place where you can connect the USB to it. Pretty easy stuff, but you will need this dongle cable to mod your Flashback. Let me show you how this works. You're going to take the power cord. This is the power going into the Atari Flashback. You're going to plug your USB into the other end of this cable. You're going to plug this cable right into here. After you've downloaded the firmware update and unzipped it, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put that onto a flash drive. I just used a flash drive I had laying around. I don't think it requires a special kind of flash drive. You'll have three things on the flash drive: Atari update image, mount SD.ini, and startup.sh. That's what will be on the root of your flash drive. Take that over to the Atari Flashback. You're going to unzip that. You're going to wind up with three files: Atari update.img, mount sd.ini, and startup.sh. Put those onto a flash drive, and you're going to connect that to your Atari Flashback console, connected to a USB using that OTG cable that I showed you earlier. And we're ready to flash the Atari. Let's flash it. You'll see this screen. Push the joystick to the left where it says yes, and your firmware will be installed. It's easy peasy. Okay, so after you've installed the new firmware, you want to delete these two files from your flash drive: the Atari update.img and the startup.sh files. Delete those from the memory stick. While you're at your computer and you've just deleted the two firmware files, you can now create a folder called Game, G-A-M-E, all lowercase. You can put ROMs in there, and the Atari Flashback will now see them, and you'll be able to play ROMs. So there are two rules for adding ROMs into this game folder that you just created. One, they must be .A26 files, which is Atari ROMs. And secondly, they must not have any spaces at all in the description. So all the ROMs you put in will work. I tried quite a few. They must not have any spaces, and they must be .A26. These will show up as an external device when you turn on the Flashback. This allows you to custom select any ROMs you want to put into a directory. Okay, all the games that are in the game folder will show up as external USB drive. They'll not have any artwork, but you'll be able to play any of the games that you put into that folder if you follow the rules. Here's an example of the external games. These are the games that are in your games folder. And you can see no art, but they're all there and they all work, every one of them. So, okay, so we're ready to take it to the next level. You're going to go to the link I provided. This was from Draxon. And you're going to download the Atari version X.RAR. And this is going to install about 900 games into the standard directory of your Flashback. So you're basically going to get more Atari games than you've ever seen in one spot. And it's so easy to do. So you take that file and you're going to extract it. This is going to take a while because it's literally hundreds of files. Once it's extracted, you're going to be able to open it up and you're going to see a ROM folder. So once you download the Atari text, artwork, and ROM injector file, you're going to take that directory and you'll see a folder that says ROM. You're going to move that onto your flash drive, and that'll be the ROMs that will load when it boots up. Make sure you place it into the root of the directory instead of the deleted one. All the Atari 2600 games with the box art and instructions will now show up in your main game menu. The game folder for side loading the Atari 2600 ROMs will still be there and will still function. So you got two ways to load Atari games. The ones that you're putting into this ROM folder, and also the one you put in your game folder, which you can select yourself and edit. Now you've created a game folder where you can put your own ROMs on the Atari Flashback Gold, and you've replaced the ROM folder with your own custom ROM folder. And let's check out what this enables us to do. We go to a view where we see the Flashback Gold, and let's just start with this. Instead of 130 games, we now have 901 games. So you've got 901 games right off the bat. Let's just take a look through the menu, and you can see literally pretty much the entire history of Atari now is in this one tiny unit. How cool is this? With box art, you get incredible versions of the games. You get homebrews. It's all here. I mean, I cannot believe the job that Atari H has done with this. It's just absolutely incredible. You have pretty much the entire history of the 2600 in one spot, including ROM hacks. Like here's Hero. It has the original version. It has a version where you don't die. Hero Plus, you're invincible. So if you ever wanted to try to get through the whole game, it gives you invincible lives. But incredible amount of games. It's all here. If you love Atari, I mean, this is the whole discography basically of Atari games. Pretty amazing. 901 games. And I will do some streaming some of these games so you can check out the machine in action. All the functions work. The save states work. Rewind works. It's just like if it was on the Flashback stock. You get a lot of homebrews. All the classics are here. Pretty amazing. Now you notice if I go back up, I can still sort. I want to sort to just Atari games. Boom. There's the Atari games. Let's see if it has a version of Space Invaders I originally wanted to play. Let's check out Space Invaders real quick. Just like that, you can see it has the original Space Invaders now. Pretty cool. We hit start. And there it is. So this is going to give you all the games you ever wanted for Atari, pretty much. I want to show this off too while I have this open. Notice that when you do the difficulty switches, it says on screen, I like that. Whether it's easy or hard. You see in Space Invaders, the ship gets bigger when it gets hard. Does it for the other side too. That was a cool touch. You can, just like a real Atari, you can operate the select switch from the unit. You can also reset from the unit. The reason why you might want to do that is if you're not using the custom joystick with the buttons on it, you can use original Atari joystick and just have the unit by you to operate all the controls, like the start button, which is pretty cool. It's a little quality of life. It's a nice quality of life improvement. Everything is there too. You got your save states. In my opinion, the Flashback 12 Gold is perfect for collectors and newcomers. Whether you're a seasoned retro gamer, reliving your childhood, or introducing Atari classics to a new generation, Atari Flashback 12 Gold hits all the right notes. The sleek design of the console itself is a modern homage to the Atari 2600, making a standout piece in any retro gamer setup. If you collect mini consoles, this is an absolute must-have. Final verdict, I'm going to give this a must-have for retro enthusiasts. If you're at all interested in Atari, AtGames has truly outdone themselves with the Atari Flashback Gold. With its library of games, and then the library of games you can add to it, modern conveniences, HDMI out, excellent emulation, faithful nods to gaming history. It's a must-own for retro enthusiasts and families alike. I love this console. I'm giving this a full 10. And I play original Atari cartridges. I collect original Atari hardware. I have the 2600 plus, the 7800 plus. And if you're not going to get cartridges and you don't want to play by plugging a cartridge into it, this is the way to go. One unit, it plays everything. So I hope you enjoyed this look back at the golden age of gaming, only on Papa Brad's Gaming. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more retro gaming goodness. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay legit.